You were born a god, but the moment you opened your eyes, a system went to work, not to train you, but to make you forget. Forget what? Not facts, not names, but the very essence you carried into this world. They didn't need bars or walls. They just needed amnesia. The control isn't loud. It's quiet. It's subtle. It's the rules you never questioned. The beliefs you absorbed like oxygen. The dreams they told you to chase. All of it designed to shrink the infinite into something manageable, compliant, small, but deep inside. There was always a hum, a pressure behind your thoughts, a whisper you couldn't shake. This isn't all there is. That whisper wasn't fantasy. It was memory, and this isn't a philosophy. It's a mirror, a remembering the God within you is real, and it's time to wake it. From the beginning, you were handed scripts about reality, about identity, about worth. You were open, curious, absorbing everything, and they knew it. So they named the cage education, wrapped indoctrination in gold stars, trained your body before they ever touched your mind. Sit still, raise your hand, ask permission to exist. And when your nervous system learned submission, they filled your head with rewritten histories, sanitized science, stories that mocked rebellion and rewarded compliance. But stillness came, and the watcher stirred. Are you watching the watcher? Because this didn't happen by accident. It was design. The system your parents trusted, not neutral. The media you consumed, not harmless. Even love was filtered through the lens of obedience. They passed you the program, not out of malice, but memory. They were asleep, so they taught you to dream, someone else's dream, and you wore it because you were told to. But that ache, that low thrum of, this isn't it, that's not dysfunction. It's divinity, rejecting limitation. It's you, trying to remember before systems stripped the soul from society. Ancient civilizations knew. The Egyptians called it netta, not a god out there, but a divine principle in all things. The Vedic sages called it Atman, the self that is Brahman. These weren't myths. They were maps, but modernity reduced them to metaphor, because if you remembered your godhood, the control grid would crumble. They can't afford that. So they buried the truth. But what if the pain isn't punishment? What if it's your soul knocking? Can you hear it through the noise? If something in you stirs, share this, not for attention, but because someone else is forgetting too. The pineal gland, that tiny, ancient portal in the center of your brain. It was revered as the third eye, the seat of the soul. Now, it's ignored, mocked, attacked. Fluoride, glyphosate, microplastics, heavy metals, all designed to calcify it. Not a conspiracy, a campaign. Because when it's calcified, you don't just sleep worse, you see less, you feel less, you remember less. But when it's awake, you are. You don't need psychedelics. You need clarity, discipline. You need to want truth more than you want comfort, because comfort is the drug and truth is the cure. Can you feel it? The fog's already lifting. But this isn't just about food. or chemicals. It's about your body, not as a machine, as a temple, as a transmitter of the divine. They taught you to punish it, push it, perform with it, but never to listen, never to love it, never to understand that it is sacred intelligence made flesh. Your gut isn't just digestion, it's intuition. Your breath isn't just air, it's a code. You were never meant to live in your head. You were meant to live in coherence. And coherence, it doesn't come from knowledge, it comes from alignment. So ask yourself, have you been living from your essence or from your edits? The breath is not just survival, it's spirit. Every inhale is remembering, every exhale is release. The ancients didn't overlook it. They built civilizations around it because breath is the bridge between matter and mystery. And when you breathe consciously, you don't just oxygenate. You open, you release, you rewire. This is where Kundalini stirs, not as a concept, but as a current. The dormant serpent at the base of your spine, whispering, rise, but only if you listen, only if you feel. Close your eyes. Can you feel it now? The stirrings beneath the silence. Culture is the trance. You don't need to be hypnotized in a theater. You already live in a hypnosis. Wake, scroll, consume, react, sleep, repeat. Rituals of forgetting packaged as routine. You think it's normal. It's not. It's engineered, and you feel it. That friction inside you, that whisper of wrongness, that's not you being broken. It's you waking up. But the question is, will you listen? Will you feel? Will you stop long enough to remember? The system doesn't fear your beliefs. It fears your embodiment. Because when you live as truth, you radiate, you interrupt, you remind. You don't need to convince. You need to become not louder, clearer, not perfect, present. Because clarity carries a frequency. And that frequency is contagious. So if this stirred something in you, don't keep it. Don't wait. Share it. Because someone out there is forgetting. And your voice might be their mirror. You are the mirror, becoming lucid in the dream. So, if you are the one who remembered, who is the one who forgot?